Skateboarding. It peaked in 2003. Girl, Yeah Right is my favorite video of all time. I love it with a passion, and I asked people on Twitter what their favorite video was of all time, and I noticed something very peculiar where everybody said a video from around that time period. No one said any new video that's come out within the last 10 years. I feel like this generation's Yeah Right is the new video by Illegal Civ called Godspeed. I forgot the name for a second, but that video is so good, and I feel like it's like a perfect video for like today. It's got like the music everyone loves, it's got people's favorite skaters, everyone's wearing Nike, so it's very like on trend even beyond skateboarding. It's very like hypebeast culture mixed with streetwear culture, mixed with incredibly good skateboarding, mixed with the good soundtrack, mixed with that. It's just very modern. I feel like in a lot of ways, it's almost like the opposite of what Yeah Right was at the time. And Yeah Right cultivated so many people into the skaters they are today. I mean, watching Eric Costin's Yeah Right part is kind of why I skate the way I skate. It's why I select the tricks that I select. I would watch that part religiously, even though I never really liked the song. I don't know, I couldn't really do it until like the second half when it gets all epic and he does the backtail backside flip in slow motion. Sorry for the spoilers. If you haven't seen that video, it came out 18 years ago. What's funny is when I tweeted, what is the best skate video of all time? An answer I got more than once was Lakai Fully Flared, which is basically the sequel to the video that I watched, which definitely shows my age. I'm literally 75 right now, and when Yeah Right came out, most people hadn't skated yet, and then Fully Flared came out after that, and that video got a lot more people into skating, so it's cool that the same company slash brand distribution made like some of the greatest videos ever, and it's all thanks to Ty Evans and Spike Jonze. Spike Jonze, an Academy Award winner for the movie Her. He literally used to make skate videos. He's a skateboarder. He does a nollie heel in the credits of Yeah Right. You have Alien Workshop Photosynthesis, which was actually before my time. It was before Yeah Right, and I love that video. It's also very good. The vibes, we still use that word, correct? I think, yes, of course. Somebody said enjoy Bag of Suck, and I would actually agree that like after I watched Yeah Right every day, all day, my entire life, I started watching Enjoy Bag of Suck nonstop. Jerry Sue was my favorite skater for a long ass time, and he also kind of brought in that sentimentalism that came into skating, because skate videos were all like raw. It was like old school hip hop playing with this music, and you just felt that kind of vibe. And then all of a sudden you got like Jerry Sue being all emo, and his second song was like By the Carpet. It was like this very emotional song, and that was just, I mean, at the time I was like probably crying. I wonder if I could name this video This Skate Video Made Me Cry, because I think when I first saw that I was like, I am emotional. Jerry Sue, Baker 3, that's another one. Even saying Baker 3, it makes you sound, it has the intro, it puts it in your head. You're like, Baker 3, I can't say the rest of the words. I love this one. As a fan of skateboarding who doesn't actually skate, I've always loved Almost Round 3. That was a huge one for me. Just the beginning song that's like, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Like that stuck with me. And I think Chris Haslam, when he starts off with that big ass kickflip and he ends with that kickflip back Smith down Hollywood 12 randomly that long ago, and that dude's like a tech ass weird ass skater, and he did that ass trick that ass long a time ago. Blows my ass. I got another Yeah Right. Somebody put H Street Hocus Pocus. Okay, you're definitely too old, bro. Get out of here, dude. What if my elitism was just like, there's like a certain age cutoff. It's like, nah, bro, past 20 years ago, you're too old, too core, get out of here. Rodney Mullen versus Day One Song, which was actually the prequel to Almost Round 3. You get it? Because it's like the rounds, and like round 1, round 2 was Rodney Mullen versus Day One Song. Wild. Now this is wild, and I cannot believe someone said this, but Faith Skate Supply, Reason to Believe, was like the first, I think, debut part of James Hardy, which you never see anymore. Super unfortunate, because I feel like his Fallen part was just like the best thing that anyone has ever made out with. But the Faith Skate Supply like introduced him, and that's like literally how he got on Fallen. He was from Alabama, just like Jamie Thomas. Jamie founded him, and he became like so many people's favorite skaters, especially like I'm from the deep, deep South. Like South Carolina is like the epitome of like the original 13 colony deep South Alabama-esque, and I was just like such a fan, and I still am to this year. Oh, we got our first video that's within the last 10 years. It's Andy Anderson, a short film, I think by Brett Novak, which is a good friend of mine. I think he made this, but Dude, Andy Anderson has definitely just like changed the face of skateboarding, I feel like, today. I feel like he's one of the most impactful skaters, not exaggerating, period, alive right now. I love that not only is he like in the YouTube sphere, he's friends with all of us, but he's also like loved by everyone. He was just on the 9 Club the other day with all the cool guys, like the cool guy skater dudes, the ones that are like, you know, the jocks of the high school. They love Andy Anderson. And then when he comes over to the nerd table, the Dungeons and Dragons kids, which is the YouTubers, we're like, Andy, what's up, dude? And we get all hyped. It's rad, man. I love that guy, and I love that he has a helmet, and I love that his board's weird shaped, and I love that he's got biceps. Now, somebody said elementality. That's surprising. I remember, like, I wasn't like the biggest fan of that video, but I did like Element. I was like, man, the tricks are good, but I hated the fact that they like designed the whole soundtrack of the video, which you would think was cool, but it ended up just being like all these like bong, bong beats, and I don't know, my sphincter wasn't feeling it. Pretty Sweet, the sequel to Fully Flared, which is the sequel to Yeah Right. So that's cool that lineage just like, it pulled a lot of people into this freaking sport. Somebody said Flip Sorry, and I will say in terms of gnarliness, I think Flip Sorry is like the video that has stood the test of time. Like way more than Yeah Right, way more than whatever, in terms of just like straight up hucking, suicide missions, jumping off of buildings, Jeff Raleigh for like 6 minutes straight just dying and doing the craziest tricks. Like, I don't think I've seen a part since Jeff Raleigh's part where like, I'm hyped 3 minutes in, I'm like, my heart's gonna explode. And then by the 6 minute meter mark, I'm like actually vomiting from excitement and being like, this dude's the best. Like Jeff Raleigh was like my icon at the time. And now he's like a hunter, which I think is weird. He's like a vegan hunter or something. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Somebody said Eastern Exposure, and that was like before my time, but I remember I watched like Ricky Oyola's part one day, and I got so hyped, and I went to this skate spot, and there was like this trick I did, a switchback tail big spin out on this out ledge, and I remember that was the day I watched Ricky Oyola's part, and I was just like wanting to skate fast, I wanted to like skate in the street, I wanted to get hit by a car, like, you know. So obviously, you know, a bit of an exaggeration with the whole skateboarding peaked thing, but it is weird that all the favorite videos of all time come from that long ago. Like, why aren't any of the kids saying Godspeed? Because that is gonna be like 10 years from now when you ask, it's gonna be like Godspeed, Godspeed, Godspeed. I just genuinely feel like there's been new things that have kind of come into skating, new styles, new additions, new ways to make videos, but I just feel like, I'm gonna sound like such a boomer, and I'm sorry about that. I never do these boomer videos. I'm usually totally on like the new age side. Like, I love all the new. And I love skateboarding now more than ever. But I will say, I just feel like that's when the most impact was happening. Like, that's what was like pulling all the skaters in. That's what was like, I would watch it like I would watch like, I don't know, church or something. Like, I feel like Yeah Right was my church growing up. I was just like, oh, holy Eric Costin, how can you do a back nose blunt at the end of a line after doing 15 tricks? The fact that skate videos nowadays are so like fast paced, and then Yeah Right like took the chance to do like a very, very slow intro, like quite literally, and just let you breathe and like be like, oh my God, something epic's coming. And nowadays, like, we can all get a, I was gonna say we can all get a camera that can film like that. I just meant a lot of people are making videos nowadays with cameras that have that slow motion, so it's like nothing new. But at the time it was like, whoa. I don't know if I'm doing that right, but whatever. I'm gonna do a very, very, very quick where is he now type thing. First of all, Keenan Milton, forever, amazing, switch flip, God. Brandon Biebel, where the hell is this guy? Like, he genuinely was uploading like every day and then just bada bing, bada boom, out of this planet. Brian Anderson is now just like this like super hipster ass, cool ass dude that lives in New York City, so he's totally switched up his whole thing. Mark Johnson now owns his own board company that Deshaun Jordan was riding for, but now Deshaun Jordan rides for Toy Machine, so what is going on? Mike York started his own brand called Roller Horror, and now he's in California. Like, I'm literally just going down the list. Justin Eldridge is now a member of the 9 Club, which is a really popular podcast, so it's really working out for a lot of these people. Gino Iannucci is still, I'm sure, getting paid by Nike. He's up in New York City. He owns a skate shop, actually, up in somewhere, but I should have gone. Owen Wilson, what the hell is that? Robbie McKinley? I have no idea. That was one of my favorite parts. I felt like he had the coolest pushing, and when he did that line with the nollie nose guard and the back nose blunt, I was like, yo, this dude is so sick looking, and then that was it. Like, never saw him again. Paul Rodriguez? Paul Rodriguez. He only owns the most successful skateboard company out today and still is having his own Nike shoe models come out. He's definitely like somehow the golden child out of all these golden children. Jeremy Rogers, yeah, he's a rapper now. Fast That's pretty sick. Mike Carroll, after this video with Rick Howard, actually started a shoe company, which is Lakai, and that's like what started the next videos. It's crazy that Mike Carroll and Rick Howard like pioneered that, and dude, they're legends, dude. I'm gonna make a video about Lakai because, dude, what the hell are they doing? That's like my question with all of Crailtap is like, what happened? And I wanna make a video about it. Rick McCrank, he actually had a Vice show after this. I think he has a board shop, or does he own that board shop, or is he just a part of it? He's up in Canada doing his thing. He's awesome. Eric Costin, I mean, he's like the, I love when people try to do sports references like, oh, they're the Michael Jordan of this, they're the LeBron James, and it's like, dude, I don't know anything about basketball. I have no idea how to compare Eric Costin. I just know that Eric Costin is the Eric Costin of skateboarding, and he is awesome, dude. I freaking love that guy so much. And then just like, I wonder what people see now when they see Eric Costin. They think like, huh, what was his thing? What was his impact? And I like genuinely, as like a 12-year-old kid, felt it so real, like on the screen, being like, this dude skates exactly how I dream that I can skate. He's the coolest dude. I'm probably gonna make a video called Lakai is an incredibly frustrating company, and stay tuned for that. Take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.